Hey, it's Click Trader, and this will be a video chart on GRDO, Guard Dog Incorporated. I've been following this one for a while. I've done it multiple times during this uptrend move that it's been making, and I've been getting some requests here now about what's going on. So I want to get this updated. I want to note also that it's about 3:30 p.m. Eastern time, so we still have half an hour left in the market, but the chart has pretty much stayed like this all day, so I feel comfortable enough to just get done with it because I don't think it'll make any sort of significant moves either way. But just in case it does, this is why the chart looks like this right now from what it may look like when it closes, but hopefully it'll just stay like that. So I want to get this updated. This chart won't be anything special, just kind of want to go over supports, resistances, and so forth. But all these lines you see are from the previous times that I've done the chart. And the first thing that I'm going to start off with is just changing all these to red. All these supports have been broken to the downside, so therefore they are now resistances. And that's just kind of how things go, including this one right here, which was a pretty significant one. It is now red, but if there's any good news, it is that it's hanging around this area. It's not like we had this big day and then luckily today wasn't another huge red candle day or anything like that. It has leveled off. And the other good thing that has occurred is in regards to the 50-day simple moving average, which is this line right there. You can see that the price is now settling right around that area, and at this point right now we have a doji forming. Now dojis are possible bottoms, but they all do require confirmation too. So don't misinterpret what I'm saying that this doji all of a sudden means the thing is going to pop back up. I'm saying that all I'm saying is that a doji forming around a significant moving average, which is 50-day could signal a turnaround, but there's definitely still going to need to be other days that need to come in and confirm this. So in the easiest way to kind of confirm whether or not this is the bottom and if there's any true strength behind any sort of move up is just to watch these previous support levels that are now resistances. Obviously, if you can get some closes above this level and then this level and then this level, that would just imply that the move upwards is getting stronger and stronger. So what I like to refer to these things as some kind of sometimes it's like kind of a thermometer. If you want to measure how hot a stock's getting in terms of bouncing, just use each one of these levels. The more levels of the thermometer the price can get above and close above, the hotter and stronger the actual move is. So that's kind of how I look at it sometimes for it to make sense. So long-term chart though, meaning you can either start back here in May or if you want to start here. Long-term is still up. The reason I say it's up is simply just by looking at the 50-day simple moving average and then the 200-day simple moving average. You can see that both of these are sloping upwards. So for the long-term trend, it's still bullish. Short-term trend has gone bearish. As you can see, the 10-day has rolled over and is now heading down, and the 20-day is getting ready to roll over too. So depending on what sort of player you are, I don't know. If you're a day trader, and you got in somewhere up here, you should be out. But if you're in this for the longer term, there's just so many different time frames and so many strategies. It's hard to say what you should do because that really depends on what your strategy is. But I will say by just using the moving averages, long term still bullish, short term has gone bearish now. So it's just a matter of seeing kind of how these prices hold. Now if the 50-day here fails, then unfortunately your next important resistance isn't all the way down here. And not to state the obvious, but there's a pretty big gap in between these two moving averages. So a break below here could result in another hefty fall. So I'm not saying that's what will happen, but if it does, that's kind of what you're looking at in terms of support levels. So that wraps up the chart. If you do have any other questions or anything that you think I've left out, feel free to let me know. But the key right now is just making sure this 50-day simple moving average can hold strong and hopefully get a bounce up. But like I said, if there's any other questions, please shoot me a message. I'd also like to note that please check out bullmarketnewsletter.net. If you go there and sign up for the newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, which has been getting good reviews. And with your subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from penny stocks all the way up to big boards. So there's a good variety. It's all free, no strings attached, so it's worth at least checking out. One more time, this was GRDO. Thanks for listening, and everybody have a good weekend.